Welcome to day 6. Whoop, whoop. We're doing it. You're doing it. Let's get a move on. I am going to start on the mat here, sitting up nice and tall. Bottoms of your feet are together. Grab a hold of your shins. Sit up nice and tall. And I want you to take a nice good inhale. And exhale, grow a little bit taller. Let your shoulders relax and melt down your back. Inhale. Just make note of where your belly button is. Pull that sucker in and up. And inhale one more time. And one more time, just not moving. Feel your tailbone anchored down into the mat, head reaching up to the ceiling. And then we're gonna move. Inhale, on the exhale, just round that lower back, pushing it backwards, getting a stretch all along your lower back. Belly button stays pulled backwards as you round it forward and then sit up beautifully tall and tuck it back. And I have a really good grip on my shins, so they're not just kind of a light, I want you to really grab it and use it as an oppositional force so you can really press that lower back backwards and get a stretch. Round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And tuck and take it back. And round it forward and sit up nice and tall. From here, I want you to take your left hand, grab your left thigh. Right hand grabs your left shin. And we're going to hold that twist and round it back. And I'm getting an extra little stretch across my right shoulder, which feels yummy. Round it forward and sit up nice and tall. And tuck it back. Hold, round it forward, and sit up nice and tall. And tuck it back. Round it forward and sit up tall. And let's rotate to the right side. Right hand grabs your right thigh. Left hand grabs your left shin and tuck it back. And round it forward and sit up tall and tuck. And hold it right there. Inhale and exhale, round it forward. Just feel a little stretch all across your back. All across your shoulders. I feel like my left shoulder's getting a little extra stretch. It feels delicious. And sit all the way up. From here, reach those arms out in front of you. Bring those feet flat on the mat. Knees are bent. And with control, grab a hold of those legs if you need to. Let go if you can. And roll all the way down to the mat. Pull those feet in just a little closer to your rear. And just starting with a nice small movement, pull your lower back into the mat and reach your tailbone long and away from you. And rock your hips. Pull your lower back into the mat and reach your tailbone long and away. While you're doing this, I want you to think about using your abdominal muscles to do that. So I'm not clenching my butt to curl my hips underneath and pull that lower back down. See if you can just let your rear end just go along for the ride. Just not even participate right now. I promise I will give those glutes some attention in just a little bit. One more time, pull that lower back into the mat and then reach your tailbone long so you're in a nice neutral pelvis. So there's a small space between your lower back and the mat at this point. And from here, we're going to take that rock and we're going to rock your right hip to the mat. So I'm lifting my left hip and then rock to the other side. So now we're just twisting side to side and just getting that rotation right around your spine. And while you're here, think about where your toes are. Make sure that they're hip width apart. Put a little energy between your knees. And my knees are staying nice and still. So yours should be too. So they don't get to rock and roll with us. And now we're going to take these hip movements into a circle. So I want you to pull your lower back into the mat. Tilt your hips over to the right. Reach your tailbone long and away from you. And then tilt your hips over to the left. And I want you to imagine you're drawing a circle or that your whole pelvis is like a bowl and you're just circling right around the rim, getting everything moving. This way and that way and this way and that way. And let's switch directions of our circle. Lower back pulls into the mat. Tilt that left hip down. Tailbone reaches far and away from you. And then right hip tilts and smoothing it out. Getting that nice, smooth rotation. Starting to get your spine moving. Starting to turn your abdominals on. Let's hold it right in the middle. Find that neutral pelvis and inhale. On the exhale, rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling. Press those arms into the mat. Get your triceps working. I mean, they're here. They might as well play along. Inhale and exhale. Articulate all the way down. Uncurl completely at the bottom. Rib cage is still on the mat. Rock your hips, no butt, all abs in this initial peel and curl. Lift up to the top. Once it's up the top, then you feel the back side of your body activated, playing along, and articulate all the way down. And inhale at the bottom into your rib cage. Find that good intercostal breath. And rock your hips, peel and curl it up. Reach those knees to the other side of the room. Let's see how dynamic we can make this move. This is one of the good standard fabulous exercises, and let's see how fine-tuned we can get on it. Pressure on your big toe, your little toe, your heel. Peel and curl all the way up. There's still energy between your knees. Press those knees to the other side of the room. Hold it here for just a minute. Those arms are pressing into the mat, and I want you to try to open your chest and shoulders out as far as you can. And that doesn't mean shortening across your back. So think about your shoulder joints reaching out sideways so that you have length across the front and the back of your shoulders. And hold it here for just one more inhale. And exhale, slowly coming all the way down. Cross that right ankle over the left. Let that knee fall open. So I'm aiming for a little extra stretch in that right hip. If you just tap danced around a little bit with that left foot, bring it back in line with your hip, please. And rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. And slowly coming all the way down. Uncurl at the bottom and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. And slowly coming all the way down. We're just doing 2 on each side. Let's unwind those legs. Right foot goes down, their feet are now hip width apart. Left foot comes up, or ankle comes up, goes right on that right knee, and rock your hips. Peel and curl all the way up. And coming all the way down. This breaking it down so that each side gets to move on its own. Make sure that each hip gets its time to shine and help out. Your obliques are keeping both hips up there nice and steady. Those are the muscles at the sides of your waist. And then that knee dropping open is just adding a little extra stretch to our hips. Multitasking at its finest, if I do say so myself. Unwind those legs, feet together and knees together. Arms come up to the ceiling, palms face each other. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come down by your side. Reach those fingertips all the way to the other side of the room. Hands come up to the ceiling. They're going to travel over your head, and then head comes down. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come down by your side. Hands come up to the ceiling. They travel over your head, shoulders stay out of your ears, and head comes down. And head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. And hands come up. They travel over your head. From here, I want you to make note where those ribs are. I want those ribs, they're on the mat right now. Keep them there as you lower yourself down, which means you have to kind of extend through your upper back and head to get to the floor. And then you're working, abs are still connected here, to keep them right on the mat. One more time, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Hands come up to the ceiling. They travel over your head. Interlace your hands behind your head. Head is heavy in your hands. Right leg comes into tabletop. Left leg comes into tabletop. And tap that right toe down and bring it up. And left. And right. And left. And right, and left. One more time right, one more time left. Hold it right there. Glue those knees together. Really pull your lower back into the mat. Both feet go towards the mat and bring it right back up. And inhale as you float down. Exhale, pulls it up. And inhale, floats away. And exhale, pulls it up. 2 more. One more time. Hold it right there. Head comes all the way down to the mat. Arms are just gonna come out to the side. Palms are facing the ceiling. Knees are glued together nice and tight. Pick that left hip up, float those knees over to the right. Shoulders are quiet. Use the left side of your waist and pull it back to center. And take it over to the left and pull it back to center. I don't want any weight distribution changing across your shoulders. So there should stay equal weight across your shoulder blades, which means I just want you moving at your waist. So this is actually a little bit of a smaller movement than you might think. So you're just twisting at your spine, taking it over to the left and back to center. One more time to the right and center, and one more time to the left and center. Hands are going to float right up to the ceiling. And from here, head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Extend those legs all the way out. Where would a reset be without getting the hundreds in? Here we go. Let's go. Start pumping those arms. Inhale and exhale. 10. Inhale and exhale. 20. Inhale and exhale. 30. Inhale and exhale. 40, inhale, and exhale. 50, bend those knees in if you need it. 60, if not, stay out there, nice and long. You could even lower it if you want more, a little more of a challenge. 70-ish, inhale, and exhale. 80, inhale, and exhale. 90, inhale, and exhale. 100, hold it right here, drag those knees in. Head comes down, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side. And from here, bring those legs right back into a good tabletop. Interlace your hands behind your head. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Extend those legs out, open and close quick. Drag your knees in and head comes down. Head, neck, and chest lifts up. Extend those legs out. Open and close quick. Drag your knees in and head comes down. 2 more. Bring them up. Extend those legs long. Open and close quick with good energy. Drag those knees in. Head comes down. 1 more time. Head, neck, and chest lifts. Extend. Open and close. Drag those knees in and head comes down. Hug your knees into your chest. Just for a quick little hug saying thank you to your body for working hard. Right foot comes down to the mat. Left foot comes down to the mat. Arms are down by your side, feet are hip width apart. And from here, pull your lower back into the mat, peel and curl all the way up to the ceiling. From here, those arms are pressing into the mat. You have pressure on your big toes, little toes, heels. Lower your hips a little bit, tuck even more. And from here, inhale. On the exhale, right leg floats up to tabletop. Extend that leg up to the ceiling. Keep both hips level. Don't let that right hip drop. Abs are tight, obliques are working, sides of your waist. Reach that right leg long and away from you. Keep that hip high. Flex it as you bring it right back up. And point, and flex, and point, and flex. Here's a little work for your glutes. I told you it was coming. It's here. We're here. We have arrived. Make sure you're keeping track of that left knee. It's not wandering off to the side. It's staying right towards the midline. Point that leg, reach it long, flexing it up. 1 more time. Hold it up at the top. Give me a little pulse. And pulse. 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 4, 3, 2, last one. Bend that leg into tabletop. Float it down to the mat. Slowly articulate all the way down. And we will get ourselves set to do the other side. Rock your hips, peel and curl all the way up. Once again, arms are pressing into the mat. Pressure on your big toe, little toe, heel, and inhale. On the exhale, that left leg floats up to the mat, tabletop. Extend that leg up. The first one we're going to do is slow. Reach that leg long, like you're trying to get it all the way to the other side of the room. Flex, bring it up. And point and flex. Point and flex. Your obliques, the sides of your waist, are holding those hips up there, nice and level. And 1 more. Let's hold it up at the top and give me a little pulse. Press up. up, up, up. I always know when we start working hard. My glasses are fogging up. 3, 2, and 1. Bend that knee into tabletop, float it down to the mat, and slowly take your time getting that movement all the way through your spine, coming all the way down to the mat. Legs go flat on the mat, arms come up to the ceiling, shoulders press down. Back bottom rib is in the mat, and inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Exhale, rolls it up. Belly button stays pulled back behind you. And roll it right back and down. Ankles are squeezed together. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Grab your legs if you need to. Let go when you can. And take it down. If you're having a hard time with this roll up, I have a video posted on things you can do to create that positive muscle pattern. So I hope that you are not doing a sideways thrust of the elbow one way or the other to push you up. We want to be going straight up and straight down. So if you need a modification, send me a comment, ask for one, or find that video. I'll even see if I can remember to put a link on there. Thoughts like that are in my brain and out with all the busyness of these days. Come halfway back. Give me a small lift and lift and lift and lift. Come down a little farther and give me a lift, 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 and take it down a little more and give me a lift, 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 and lift, and take it all the way down. Right leg comes into tabletop. Grab a hold of that knee with your opposite hand, cross it over your body. Your right arm can reach out in the opposite direction. Let your head follow, or your gaze follow the direction of that right hand. And if you would like, you can bend that bottom leg back behind you and grab that left foot with your right hand. And then give a little squeeze to your butt cheek, your left one particularly. And that'll give you a nice deep stretch across the front of your left thigh and your hip flexor there. I had to really think about what was left and right there, especially when we're all twisted up. And breathe. One more breath in. And on the exhale, if you're holding onto that foot, release that foot, let it go long. And inhale. On the exhale, bring that right knee back to the center. It's going to go long on the mat. Left leg comes up to tabletop. Grab hold of that knee with the opposite hand. Cross it over your body. Let that left hand reach out. Find your inner noodle and just exhale into this twist. If you would like to bend that right leg back behind you, grab that foot with your hand. Squeeze that butt cheek and get that stretch across your hip flexors. I feel like my hips are enjoying the opening on the front side, and my spine is loving this twist. I hope yours is too. And my glasses are so foggy. It just makes me laugh, clearly. Release that leg if you're holding it in the back, and inhale. On the exhale, that leg comes right back to the center. Left leg is in tabletop. Right leg is going to come right up to meet it. Head, neck, and chest lifts up off the mat. Grab the backs of your legs. Press your legs into your hands, sitting up nice and tall. Legs are going to be out in front of you. Toes are facing the ceiling, knees are facing the ceiling, keep them that way. Arms are gonna reach out in front of you. Lift your head up into the rafters. Tailbone is anchored right down into the earth. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Keep your back of your head and neck and head lifted even as you're nodding it forward. And then round it all the way forward. Rib cage is lifted up off your hip bones, but your shoulders are out of your ears. Inhale, and on the exhale, restack your spine, growing nice and tall with each vertebra. Imagine you're sitting right up against a brick wall, like this brick wall. Inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Round it all the way forward. Reaching through your hips. Toes are still facing the ceiling. Inhale and exhale. Restack it all the way up. And inhale. On the exhale, nod your chin. Round it forward. I want you to stay forward here. Right now we're rounded forward, but I want you to flatten out your back. So lifting those arms up. Belly button's pulled in, rib cage is still tucked in. Head is reaching long in one direction, tailbone's going long in the other direction. And I want you to inhale and grow a little longer in this direction. And then from here, give me a little pulse with those arms backwards. Press and press and press and press. Press and press. 3, 2, and 1. Round it forward and restack all the way up. And then one more time, just like that. Nod your chin, round it forward. I mean, it's not really going to be just like that. We're starting just like we did before, but it's going to change. This time, flatten that back out. Bring those arms up by your ears. Challenge yourself to keep your shoulders out of your ears, your arms straight, and as back as far as you can. From here, rotate to the right. Come through the center and to the left. And center. And right. And left. One more time right. And one more time left. And come back to the center. Round it forward and restack. Growing beautifully tall. Bring those legs back together. And then I want you to kind of sit back behind your tailbone. And just wiggle around so you get comfy. And then from here, right leg is going to come up to tabletop, and I'm grabbing right behind my thigh. And left leg comes up to tabletop. My legs are about hip width apart. Chest and shoulders are going to stay open. And from here, you're going to rock it back, staying off your neck and head. Come back up and hold nice and controlled. Do that one more time. Take it back. And bring it up and hold. If you're happy here, do it. If you're a little more bendy, you can straighten your legs. Grab your right ankle, grab your left ankle, still opening your chest and shoulders up. And take it back, staying off your neck and head still. Coming back up, ooh, and hold as you extend. And take it back. Come up and hold. Try not to gyrate a bunch at the top here. Just find that beautiful position and hold it. If you want even more of a challenge, let go of those ankles and take it back. Staying off your neck and head. Come up and hold. And take it back. Bring it all the way up and hold. And from here, stay there. Bring those legs together and open them together. Open together and open together. Bend and slowly, with control. Grab your legs if you need to. Let go when you can. Coming all the way down. Hug your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Right leg goes long on the mat. Left leg goes long on the mat. Arms come up to the ceiling. Inhale, head, neck, and chest lifts. Roll it all the way up. And I'm going to have you make your way right onto your hands and knees. Take your time. Get in a good quadruped position with your hands right underneath your shoulders. To start, knees are going to be right underneath your hips. We're not going to stay here long. Hate to break it to you. Press the ground away from you. I want the back of your head and neck lifted up to the ceiling. Inhale. On the exhale, press those shoulders down towards your hips. Belly button pulls in. Nice and tight to your spine, and your spine's tight to your belly button. Right leg goes out behind you, and your left leg goes out behind you. And I want you just to hold this plank. Inhale, and exhale. And inhale. Nice full exhale. Feel your rib cage just pull in, wrap, use those abdominal muscles. This is working hard with pretty much everything. And then one more inhale. On the exhale, pike those hips up to the sky. I'm going to take a small little scooch forward with my toes. Bend those knees if you need to. Aim your tailbone way up to the ceiling. Pressing into the palms of your hands and your fingertips. And then from here, I would like you to lift that right leg straight to the ceiling, keeping those hips even. Bring your right knee right into your nose. Press it right back out and stretch. Bring that right knee into your left elbow. Press it right back up and stretch. Bring your right knee to your right elbow and press it up. Come straight in and press it up. And right knee to your left elbow. Press it up. And take it to the right elbow. And press it up. And bring that right foot down. Settle yourself up a little bit. Make sure you have equal pressure across your hands. Lift those toes up. Try to spread them out as far as you can on the mat. Heels are reaching down to the mat. Left leg lifts all the way up. Bring that knee right into your nose. Press it right back up. Left knee to your right elbow. Press it right back up. Find that flow. Left knee to your left elbow and press it back. Come straight in to your nose. Take your time. Press it back up. And cross your body to that right elbow and press it up. And to your left elbow and press it up. And that knee, that foot comes down. And find that beautiful down dog. Have a nice good inhale and a nice big exhale. Bend your right knee and your left and your right and your left. One more time right. One more time left. Both knees come down to the mat, and then I want you to make your way onto the mat facing me. We're going to do a little mermaid, so I want you to mirror me, sitting down so that you're in a little shape here. Both knees bent. Mine are bent about 45 degrees. They're bent pretty good. I'm going to do my best to get my lefts and rights to mirror you. So, right hand is going to just reach out like you're a kickstand. Left hand comes up and feel that distance from hand to hand. Chest is open, head is in one direction. Take that left hand and rotate it all the way through, weaving it between your hand and your hip and all the way back behind you. Doing your best to keep that left hip down to the mat. And then open it right back up. Lower that arm down. Float it right back up. Rotate it around. Keep your chest open so you really get that beautiful twist in your spine. And open it up and lower. Float that hand up and rotate it all the way around. Let's just hold there. See if you can walk those little fingers out a little farther to get that twist. Shoulders are out of your ears. Bring that right hand, or that left hand right in line with your other hand already on the mat. And from here, keeping that left hip down, I just want you to bend your elbows a little bit and lift right back up. And bend, and lift, and bend, and lift. One more time, bend and lift. Move your right hand back to the middle, open that left hand up. Sitting all the way up, that right hand is going to come up over the top. Grab a hold of your shin and use it as a little oppositional force to lift yourself up over the top, stretching the other way. And then reach those fingertips long and coming up. And let's carefully swivel around on our rears, flipping those legs around so they're facing in the other direction. And this time, your left hand gets to be the kickstand. Right hand floats up and then rotates all the way around and through. And open that hand up and lower it down. Bring it up. Feel that distance across the front and back of your chest and shoulders, your arms, and rotate it around. Shoulders are out of your ears. And open it up and lower it down and bring it up and rotate just gonna hold it here for just a little bit. See if you can let your fingers do the walking to get that twist a little farther. Exhale into that twist. Open that hand up, float it. Oh, I lied. Bring it back around. I almost forgot this part. Both hands on the mat next to you. Separate them so they're about shoulder width apart. Holding that twist, keeping that right hip pressing down, and bend your elbows lower and lift it right back up. And I'm just getting a nice stretch across that right hip. And bend and lift. One more time. Bend and lift. Bring that left hand right back to the middle. Open that right hand back up, coming all the way up, sitting up nice and tall, and lift that left hand up over the top. Keeping that left shoulder open so you're really getting the length all along that left side of your body. So we're not just flopping over sideways. I want it to be active. It's lifting up to take yourself over. And reach as far as you can in the opposite direction. Lift your head up to the ceiling and bring both of those legs around, sitting crisscross applesauce. From here we are essentially done. I'm just gonna have you do one more lift to your shoulders, drop them like they're hot, and one last one, lift and drop. You have finished day 6. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of you. And we will see you tomorrow. I love ya tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow.